Very glad to be back. And coming back to some very sad news here.
I was gonna say.
Here in Texas last night, for those, a lot of you have probably seen on the news this morning, in West Texas, which is just right outside of Waco, they're comparing to like a nuclear bomb. It's a fertilizer plant which exploded last night. Has left anywhere from 5 to 15 people dead so far, they believe, and close to 160 people injured. Very devastating news for this city.
And they said that this explosion really is very similar to what we saw in Oklahoma City in 1995.
Yes, it's ammonium nitrates. It's what they use in bombs.
Yeah.
Well, they said it was like a 2.1 earthquake too.
Yeah, that's what they said. It felt just.
And you know, our producer Colleen Horning said she felt it in Waxahachie. She was lying in bed, and she said it felt like a large animal running through the house.
Yeah, well, we thought it was thunder. I mean, we actually were talking about it at dinner, and then we didn't realize till we got home.
Oh, really? Oh.
And I think what makes this story incredibly sad is West is a very small town. I mean, it's not even a city. It's a town. 2,800 people. And they don't have access to the best hospitals. I mean, they've obviously got Waco, but they're pulling in all the troops from surrounding cities. And so we're really thankful, I think, for the local towns and cities that are all banding together and kind of helping support them. But just sad, because in a small town like that, when something this massive and tragic happens, it's going to affect this entire town for a very long time.
And I believe the state and the country, because we're already coming off of what happened
in Boston
this week, and then now to deal with this. But you know what? I truly believe in my heart that these are the types of tragedies that brings our country together.
Brings everyone together.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want to see it happen to anyone, but when you think about it, suffering does bring on more compassion. People stick together, and I think at this time that's what we have to do. I mean, that's what it's about.
And people will be helping, and one of the things they need, of course, are blood donations.
Yes.
Need a lot of that.
Actually, they said, please don't come anymore right now.
Right now.
They actually put a call out and said, but later. They said, really spread yourself out, because I think so many people were kind of charging there to help, which is wonderful. They were getting a little overwhelmed, so they said,
and I think they're going to need a lot of household items too. They said baby stuff, so it might be nice to kind of wait it out a little bit, and then see what they need for donations.
Because people don't have houses.
It's completely gone.
Yeah, they showed an apartment complex that was several miles, and it's just...
Well, and then you think with the rain too last night and right now, I mean, and going through everything, it's just awful. It's sad.
And I think what makes this sad is they're saying right now it's being treated as a crime scene until investigators determine whether or not it's an accident. Nothing at this point indicates that we have criminal activity, but they're not ruling that out.
I did not realize that.
That's also upsetting, that this could potentially have been on purpose, that this was something that was maliciously done versus it being an accident. So we pray for the best.
And now is it calmed down, or is there a chance that there may be another explosion?
I think until every fire, every ash is out. They're probably treading very lightly.
I mean, they've lost a lot. The school is gone, or not gone, but it's heavily damaged, so they'll have to build a school elsewhere, which surprises you because the school was built right next to that very volatile place where they make nitrous ammonia.
That's what's interesting. You're seeing a lot of that right now.
And the nursing home.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it was already the plant was already there, and then they built right next to it.
Actually, I think the school was there. It was, decades ago that the school was built.
So the homes were built next to it, because I did read that.
And I think something that has come out of this, there's always people, this being so close to the Metroplex and so close to Dallas and Fort Worth, there are going to be people in our hometown or in our city that have been affected by this tragedy. One of those people being Zach Crane, who is one of the senior editors at D Magazine, and he has written a very just beautiful and touching article that you can find on the Front Burner. Stuart, we have that, right?
Yeah, it's on Front Burner right now under Leading Off, and Zach is from, like you said, West, and he basically talks about how he pretty much knows everybody there and is scared to find out who was really affected by this blast. And there are fatalities, and the names haven't been released yet. So if you have a chance to go over to Front Burner today, go read Zach's post, and you really get a sense of how close that community is. And even though Zach's in Dallas now, he's still feeling for everybody back home.
Right.
So, it's such a small world when even our D Magazine community is affected by this in just a matter of 12, 14 hours. So we're praying for everybody.